We finally have an opening date for Universal's newest land opening summer 2024. DreamWorks Land is located in Universal Studios, Florida and will open June 14th. DreamWorks Land is almost complete. We have some new additions to the land, walk-in dryers, kiosks, and Coca-Cola freestyle machines. Plus, work is being done to put the finishing touches on this new land. The landscaping in the new DreamWorks Land is really beautifying the area. Many trees are being used as a barrier between Shrek's meet and greet and E.T.'s adventure. Over in the Trolls area, there's plenty of shade now. Lots of real trees have been added, plus the most recent addition is the fake troll trees that will be great for added shade as well. What looks like Gabby's colorful couch can be seen at Gabby's photo op. At the new food stand called Swamp Snacks, 2 Coca-Cola freestyle machines have been added. This will be really nice to have more freestyle machines in the park. When it was Woody Woodpecker's Kids Zone, there were no Coca-Cola freestyle machines. The closest was at the Kids Zone Pizza Company, which really isn't too far away though. Near Shrek's house, we can see the sign for Shrek's meet and greet lying on the ground, getting ready to be placed. Shrek's house looks finished. It has greenery all around it, plus we can see some stones over here on the side of the tree trunk. Shrek's house is looking really good. Over near the food stand is King Harold's Swamp Symphony. King Harold sits in the middle of the frogs. This will be a fun interactive play area where kids can step on the lily pads to make music. On the ground is another sign ready to be placed. It has the name King Harold's Swamp Symphony on it. Over here we can see the entrance to Mama Luna's Feline Fiesta. This will take kids into Puss in Boots 2, The Last Wish. Kids will play with Mama Luna's cats through interactive screens. Work is being done at the entrance. They've been making the ground look like stones, but the ground on the other side is still not finished. 2 walk-in dryers have recently been added to the land. This is something brand new to this park. The Kids Zone never had walk-in dryers. One is near Shrek's Swamp for little ogres. Both dryers have cute puns on the outside related to their placement. This one reads, "I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your clothes dry." The other one says, "Kung Fu's biggest fan." Shrek's Swamp for little ogres looks like it could just about be finished. We can see another sign lying on the ground. They're definitely getting ready to be done with the Shrek area. Shrek's playground is supposed to have 4 slides, and all 4 can be seen here. It looks like Pinocchio is in the little house in the middle of the play area. There's also a sign above the slide that says leave, but I can't read the rest. Another slide also has a sign as well. Here's how the splash pads are looking so far. On the top walkway are the water cannons, and on the ground is a splash pad with cattails. Now let's take a peek at the Trolls section. Here is a water fountain with Poppy and Branch. In the water fountain, the bottom has been painted a blue color. Also in the Trolls area, we have the High Five Hideaway. This little shop will sell merchandise from shows like Gabby's Dollhouse, Trolls, Shrek, and Kung Fu Panda. We can also get a good look at the Trolls-themed trees in front of the shop. Here's a boom box where guests can get some Trolls-themed treats. We can see the tops of the fake trees, and it does look like they are unfinished. Perhaps something more will be added to the top later. The Troller Coaster looks just about finished as well. Here's a look at the Catterbus. It's nice and shiny and new. The inside of the car train where guests will sit looks exactly how it did when it was Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster. And by that I mean the shape of the car train and where you sit looks exactly the same, as well as the restraint system. It's a simple pull-down lap bar with a net attached that covers the legs. Here's a good look at the Trolls Troller Coaster. Fencing looks done. The roof over the queue is done. They've painted the poles in rainbow colors at the load station. The pavement for the queue looks finished, plus it's been painted a light green color. Only one side of the load station roof has been painted. Since they haven't done the other side of the roof, it leads me to believe that they will leave it since it's on the back of house side and guests can't see it from the ground level. All that's left now is a sign for the Troller Coaster, and some more landscaping by the exit of the attraction also needs to be done. Poppy's Playground has a few new things added to it. The orange and yellow bug that looks kind of like a caterpillar is a new addition. The top of the mushroom doesn't look finished, so either something else is going on top of it or it just needs some touch-up paint. Here's a look at the mural. This will be a great place for a photo op. Also next to the Trolls Coaster, 2 kiosks have been placed. Plus, here are some additional theming elements in the Trolls area. Lastly, let's take a look at Po's Kung Fu Training Camp. We can just barely see the entrance sign in the top of the photo. We can get a much better look at the gong now. It's in the center of the training camp and will be an interactive gong. On our last update, this entrance had a recent frame placed around it and it was white, but now it's been painted and blends in with the rest of the building. The ball factory is no more. This will be where Po Live is. It's an interactive meet and greet experience. Guests will learn Kung Fu moves and watch Po cook some stir fry as he babysits his cousin. Sounds interesting, but I'm sure kids will miss the ball factory. Hopefully this will be equally as fun for kids. Here's how the water side is looking. Guests will help the pandas wash and dry their laundry with water cannons, dump buckets, and giant fans. This was once a 2-story play area. They took out the concrete for the second level, so unless they have plans to replace it soon, I don't believe this will be a 2-story section anymore. In the back, we can see what could be an interactive element, maybe some smaller dump buckets. There are 2 interesting looking yellow interactive elements out in front of the wet area. There's something that looks like a plus sign with a circle in the middle. Perhaps it's a button to activate the fan on top. It's been themed to look like bamboo. It will probably get another coat of paint before it's finished, as well as the theming element above it, which is also themed to look like bamboo. The dry side is where the oversized merry-go-round noodle bowls from Mr. Ping's Noodle Shop will be. They have not been placed yet. Now they have added all the noodles pouring out of the walls. Some more theming has been added to the walls on the other side. Lining the facades are what looks like a wooden fence that wraps around the entire facade. Since the last update, the pavement under the wet and dry side has been worked on. It looks like it's been painted with some lighter colors. Over at the other splash pad, another theming element has been added. It looks sort of like a barrel on its side. Po's training camp still has a lot of work before it's done. Everywhere else in the DreamWorks Land looks pretty much finished except the Kung Fu Panda area. It was the last section they focused on. Hopefully it won't take too long to finish. Thanks as always to BioReconstruct for the wonderful photos that keep us up to date on the construction progress. Also, I'm a travel planner with Gold Gal Getaways and can book your next vacation to Universal or Disney. Thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe because it really does help the channel out. Let me know if you plan on going to Universal this summer, and I'll see you in the next one.